Hi, my name is Lindsay Norton, and I am a private tutor. My company is Aligned Academics, and I have recently been getting several inquiries about how this equal monthly tuition system works. So I put together this little video to explain how I do it. Somebody has helped me along the way and showed me how they did it, and I've just adapted it to make it work for myself. So hopefully this will help somebody else along the way, if you are interested in using the system. So it is, I just call it the tuition model for ease, and it is a system that allows you to bring in a consistent amount of money each month. And it also provides your clients a reliable invoice, a reliable amount that they will pay you on their invoice each month. So if you're watching this video, you'll probably already know about the benefits, but if you don't, there are several. I highly recommend this system. It allows your income and your clients' expenses to be planned and predictable. And that alone sold me on this model. I wish I had implemented this 3 years ago when I first started tutoring. It also encourages consistent attendance because depending on how many free sessions you want to give away, once your clients have used up those free sessions, any sessions that they miss moving forward, within reason, they're going to pay for them. So it does encourage your clients your students to show up. And if they do show up every single time and they don't ever miss any sessions, then they actually get some free sessions technically. So another benefit is, for you as a tutor, you don't have to worry about scheduling makeup classes, which I know from experience can be a little bit of a headache and just awkward and uncomfortable. And you kind of have to make things work on outside of your regular hours. And if you're a very busy tutor, you might not have any availability, you might not have any time at all. So this tuition model is really good for you if you're completely booked up. You also don't have to worry about credits or refunds, which is is quite nice. You don't have to worry about you know, factoring in that and accounting for money lost. Also, it's automated. This tuition model is automated, so it's less administrative work for you. And anytime you can spend less time doing administrative work, you can spend more time doing, lesson planning or whatever other things you do for your students. And then another benefit is that it's not a binding contract. I mean, I allow my clients to opt out at any time. Most of my family stay with me for 2, 3, or more years, and so this is, it's a really good model if you do have students who stick around for quite a while. So I look at this as like a three-step process. Step one, making sure you have the capacity or you're able to do recurring invoices. Step two, this is where you'll plan ahead and plan your calendar year. And then step three is just doing the math, basically plugging the numbers into a formula. So, step one, you have to ensure that your payment processing software system allows you to set up recurring invoices. There are several good ones out there. I know a lot of tutors use Stripe. I don't know that much about it, other than that it will allow you to set up recurring invoices. I've heard good things about it. I personally use Wave Accounting. It's entirely free. The only thing that I pay for is when my clients pay through credit card or bank transfers. Then I pay a small fee. But it's very easy to use, and I highly recommend Wave Accounting if you don't have an accounting software system already. And then, okay, so step two is you're planning your calendar year. So what you're going to want to do on this step is decide whether you want to do a 10-month cycle or a 12-month cycle. And for me, I decided that a 10-month cycle works better just because a lot of my families take time off over the summer, and it's just easier for me to do summer sort of a la carte. So anyway, so my two examples here are based off of a 10-month cycle. And so looking over here, I have a Monday, Wednesday example, and then over here I have a Tuesday, Thursday schedule example. So what you do is you map out your year, and I do that, not the calendar year, but the school year. So starting in August and going all the way till May, you count how many anticipated sessions you would be giving during that month, and then count them up. Any of the strike throughs are holidays or days that like I know that I'll be taking off and I don't want to work that day. I'll go ahead and take it off of the schedule right off of the bat. So it's not factored in and I don't have to worry about getting a refund. So I pretty much follow the public school calendar. I take off for Thanksgiving. I take off 2 weeks at the end of December, early January, and then I also take off for spring break. And I also take off Halloween if it falls on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. So once you have done all of that and you've striked through any days that you don't want to be working, and this also allows you to be very flexible. You don't have to take the week of November off. It's just that I have found that a lot of my families kind of want that time off. Not all of them, but I've been doing this long enough now to decide that I'm just going to take that whole week off. And so then step 3, what you're going to do is do the math. So here's the formula. After you tally up your total, right? So this would be 78. This number is representing all of these numbers highlighted, added up. Then you're going to factor in your freebies. So 2 might seem like not enough to some families, and you can be flexible here. You can give however many freebies you want. Some tutors give up to 6, I've heard. But once you decide how many free classes you want to account for upfront, then you subtract that number. You subtract that number from your total, and then you have your new total. So in my example here, I've taken away 2 freebies to get 76 total sessions. And then what you do is you take that total, that new total, and multiply it by your hourly rate. That is not my hourly rate. That's just for the sake of simplicity. Once you multiply those 2 numbers, you get a total for the entire 10-month period of time, the 10-month cycle. And so then you'll take that number and then divide it by, well, in my case, 10 months, because that's my cycle. So I did 7,600 divided by 10 to get 760. So for this particular client, they are paying $760 every month. I can rely on that income no matter if there's 10 sessions in the month or if there's 6 sessions in the month. And so I do recommend mapping it out for Monday, Wednesday, and for Tuesday, Thursday, or if you have a student who happens to come Monday, Monday, Tuesday, then just map out all those days, and then you get your total and then subtract your freebies. And if you follow this, it's super easy, super straightforward. And that's really all there is to it. You could do this for once weekly if you have some students who are attending just once weekly. Same thing, three times weekly. And if you want to see the formula, this is basically what it is, like all written out. So I won't read it back to you. It's just the example that I showed you on the other page. It's just kind of all written out. And then if you wanted to use sort of like a Excel spreadsheet, I happen to use Sheets. I use Google all the time. So this is Sheets. And what you can do is you can use this. You can type in, your days, whatever days you're going to be working, and then you have your new total. And then once you do that for all of the months that you're working, right, you have your new total. Then you factor in your freebies. So in this case, it's 4, but if it was me, I would do 2. Then you plug in your hourly rate, multiply this by how many months, and then you're ready to send an invoice, right? You're ready to create your invoice. So right now it's November, It's November 18th. So what I would do there, right? I wouldn't divide by 10 in this instance. If I had a student coming on just now, I would probably start them at the beginning of December. And I would take those, how many sessions are in December and January and February. So 7 + 7 + 8 and so on. And then I would get my new total. So there you have your new total. I'm still giving away 2 freebies, even though it's almost the middle of the year. I'm still giving away 2. And then so you have your total, which is 44 total sessions. Do the math the same way, times your hourly rate. You get your total, divide it by this time 6, because that's how many months they will be attending. That's how many months till the end of the school year. And then that would be their monthly total. That's what they would owe you, and that's what you would be bringing in each month. So I think that should cover it. Let me see. Let's see. you have any other questions that I didn't address, you can reach out to me. You can find me. I'm on Facebook. I'm on the elementary science of reading elementary tutors group a lot, quite frequently. So you can definitely find me there. And but if you have any feedback or any questions, let me know. Thank you.